To be a successful bettor, you need to study form, shortlist horses, and isolate value. I'm going to share with you right now how you can achieve all of these easier, faster, and better than ever before. In 2013, Geegeez released its groundbreaking new form tools. They set the benchmark for online horse race bettors. Users from around Britain and beyond have already backed thousands of winners, generating literally millions in profits. With the introduction of Geegeez Gold in 2014, horse racing study has evolved. To simplify your success, we have created a toolkit with ultimate flexibility, which gives you the power to analyze and isolate big-priced value plays. Now it is possible for anyone, regardless of experience and budget, to emulate the success of professional punters by using the exact same thought processes they do. Ask yourself this: what if you could analyze a race like Britain's top tipsters in just a few minutes and with all of the work done for you? What if you could customize your views to major on the things of interest to you without the need to click away from a single page? And what if this newfound knowledge made you an instant expert on a horse's past performance and optimal preferences? Imagine if you could analyze and shortlist races in minutes, not hours. After listening to our community and looking through thousands of races for the ideal means of shortlisting horses, we broke down the way experts preview races and reverse engineered it. From this wealth of information, we discovered that there are 5 core pillars that establish the horses with the best chance. Over the next few minutes, I want to share with you this exclusive, highly valuable data from tens of thousands of horse races. So pay attention. Core pillar number 1. Profiling is power. Irrespective of recent form, if a horse has shown a marked liking or otherwise for today's race conditions, that alone can be enough to promote or discount it from the reckoning. The key to finding value in racing can be narrowed down to one thing: overcoming recency bias. Recency bias is a psychological term to explain how, when people are asked to recall the items on a list, those that are most recent, that is, towards the end of the list, are most likely to be recalled. In horse racing, this means that horses with the most obvious chance, as highlighted by a 1 next to their names, are most likely to be overbet. The smart punter looks beyond that basic string of numbers to the left of a horse's name and instead drills into its overall form profile. But reviewing a single horse's preferences, let alone all of the horses in a race, can be a daunting experience. Introducing a brand new way of seeing at a glance which horses are best suited to the task at hand today, the Race Analysis Report. This colour-coded report displays in a single view the going, class, course, distance and field size preferences for all of the runners in today's race. Just one mouse click can eliminate hours of form analysis per race and enable anyone to preview an entire day's racing in less than 10 minutes. All of the information is sortable, so you can align it exactly against your own preferences and spot in seconds the runners on which you should be focusing. Core Pillar 2. Filtering the profile data. Having shortlisted a group of horses from the race analysis reports, we need to understand what kind of form they've shown under today's conditions. We at Geegeez are proud to share with you what we consider to be the single most powerful form tool available on the web today: full form filters. This simple concept is a way of stripping right through the headline numbers and noting with precision clarity specifically how a horse has performed in the past under similar conditions to today's. Each runner in a race can be scrutinised with a range of filters including jockey, race type, going, class, course, distance and so on. You can home in on recent runs or runs after a break, or look solely at a horse's wins and places, or even their unplaced efforts. And, of course, you can choose any combination of these filters to refine the horse's form profile exactly how you'd like to. We don't know of a more flexible and powerful form tool anywhere in the UK, including the major computer form books, and certainly not the most well-known websites, than full form filters. Incidentally, the filters go way beyond horse form. You can review similar information for trainers and jockeys too, just by changing the view to trainer or jockey. Once you start experimenting with this, you'll wonder how you ever bet without it. Core Pillar 3. Pace wins the race. In the most data-driven horse racing betting nations in the world, the likes of America and Hong Kong, most self-respecting bettors wouldn't even consider a bet without understanding the pace shape. And yet still, here in Britain in 2014, the major newspapers and racing sites, and nearly all of the computer form books, fail to incorporate this crucial staple of the most advanced horse racing betting nations on the planet. Here at Geegeez, we've gone to great lengths to create an algorithm which highlights how a race is likely to be run before it's been run. It enables users to see whether the race is likely to be fast or slow, if there will be a sole frontrunner who could get loose on the lead, or if there might be a speed duel with two or more horses all desperate to get to the front. In big field sprints, you'll be able to see which side of the draw has the most pace. A majority of this type of race is won by horses that can race, pace favoured, on the right side of the draw. Understanding pace is not a complex area, it's merely a new area, here in Britain at least. A few days with this report in your corner and you'll be playing races out in your head before the horses have even arrived at the track. And it's not just sprints on the flat where pace is pivotal. At any trip and in any race type, flat, all weather or jumps, knowing when a horse might get the run of the race before they go to post is power to the punter's elbow. In a sometimes backward betting nation like Britain, this is knowledge to which most punters simply do not have access. Geegeez Gold members are way ahead of the game in this regard. Core Pillar 4. Trainer form and habits. There's little doubt that the most important people in racing, from a betting perspective, are the trainers. They usually buy the horses, they condition them, feed them, choose the races for them, and book the jockey. Trainers generally oversee every stage of a horse's development and its racing career. So it stands to reason that understanding how trainers think and when they're in form is a huge weapon in your betting arsenal. Geegeez has 4 trainer snapshots to help bettors second guess what the handler has been thinking and whether his horse is in the right slot today. This is a 14-day form view. This simple table shows the number of runners, winners and win-placed horses, as well as those figures in percentage terms for each trainer with an entry today. It can be sorted by trainer name, runners, winners, placers, and or by win or place percentage, enabling you to see instantly whether your fancy's trainer is hot or not. You can even see and sort by the profit or loss for each trainer, both for win and for each way betting, in the same view. The second view is very similar, except that this time the last 30 days are covered. The same flexibility of sorting, enabling you to decide which are the most important elements. Using the 14 and 30-day reports in tandem can enable you to see if a trainer is coming into form, maintaining their form, or going out of form. That ahead of the curve perspective is again designed to put the value ball firmly in your court. If the first 2 reports look at trainers' overall recent form, Then the second two home in more specifically on course form. Trainers, like the rest of us, are creatures of habit. If things have worked out well for them at a certain venue and with a certain type of horse in the past, it's likely that will remain in their mind either consciously or unconsciously. The upshot of that is trainers often have what they call lucky tracks. Now, just between you and me, there is usually a correlation between the course constitution and or the typical state of the ground at the lucky track and the training methods or state of the ground at the trainer's facilities. Additionally, it is generally the case that trainers have class ceilings in their yard. Sure, they may have a stable star or two, but most workaday trainers, and they are where the value lies, away from the spotlight, are luckier at tracks where their horses actually have a chance to win based on class. If all that sounds a bit like mumbo jumbo to you, then just note this. What is presented as luck often has a far more scientific foundation, about which sometimes even the trainers themselves are not aware. So, for the third report, we showcase the 365-day course form of each trainer with runners today. This snapshot captures trainer, track, runs, wins, places, and run and win percentages, as well as those win and each way profit and loss figures. And, like the recent form views, it can be sorted according to your preferences. And lastly, there is a longer term view of each trainer's course form, reviewing track performance since the beginning of 2009. If you've any reservations about whether a recent good or bad run has been a flash in the pan, this deeper dive will help to support or refute the evidence of the 1 year view. As with the recent form trainer reports, this information can be used to back horses where the trainer is in form or has a strong track record, or to discount horses where the converse is true, or even to lay horses when the trainer is off colour or has a lamentable course record. Core Pillar 5. Keeping track. That's one for the notebook. It's a hackneyed cliche in horse racing terms, but there are undoubtedly times when you want to follow a horse or to note an up-and-coming or under-the-radar jockey or trainer. Geegeez tracker tool allows you to do just that. With a search function that covers horses, trainers and jockeys in a single request, you'll be able to locate the things you want to track quickly and easily. Adding them or removing them is a breeze and can be done directly from the race cards themselves with our unique starred favourites system. Simply click a grey star to add that horse, trainer or jockey to your tracker, and click it again if or when you want to remove it. Each day when you're logged in, your toolbar will show you how many of your track team are engaged. Clicking the tracker button will show specifically where they're engaged. Using the Geegeez race cards means you'll never miss your favourite horse, trainer or jockey again, saving those infuriating frustrations we all know and hate when the horse we love goes unbacked because we didn't know or forgot it was running. Individually, these 5 pillars offer invaluable insight to support your betting. But when taken together, they are a powerhouse combination of precision winner finding tools, all designed for ultimate user friendliness and accessibility. It is no exaggeration to say that this is the most easy to use collaboration of professional level betting tools that, for the first time, are accessible to everyone, no matter what your level of experience or amount of time available for form study. The early feedback from our pioneer users has been staggering. Real people backing horses they'd never normally consider and being stunned at the odds being returned. 10 to 1, 16 to 1, 25 to 1, even 40 to 1 winners, which with the aid of these unique and extremely potent filters were almost obvious. Taking your horse racing betting to the next level has just become possible. Welcome to Geegeez Gold. Trial Geegeez Gold free for 10 days starting today.